And welcome to the Redeye stream number 284. We're going to continue with the whole idea of talking movies. And
Wasn't it I drink and I know things? Now it's
No,
the Redeye again.
we got, because I do the Redeye on weekends. It's Saturday. This is the day of the Redeye until it hits 300 and we wrap it up with like an 8-hour stream or something for old time's sake. But
Yay!
no, we're going to this time talk about a great decade in Hollywood, in my opinion, the 80s. We do have a list of movies. Voice wants to go through the whole list. It's rather long. We'll see how far we get. But before we even touch on the list, favorite movie from the 80s, just right off the top of your head, guys. I don't care who starts.
What the fuck? This thing doesn't even have Back to the Future in it.
Back to the Future's on page 2.
Where? Why isn't it higher?
That is just the beginning of my beef with this list.
Listen, I don't think this list is actually in order of the best. I think it's just a list.
No, there's numbers.
No, there's numbers.
Damn it. God damn it.
Yes, but
Hey,
they have to count it out somehow. But like, there's no way at 3 o'clock high got number fucking 1.
Whereabouts on page 2? I can't fucking see it.
Well, no, and like, where the fuck is Prom Night or any fucking good slasher flick ever on this list?
Dick
I
Balls
mean-
in the chat says Top Gun, The Goonies, E.T.
Top Gun's not
Oh,
even. Oh,
I
it's on page 1. It's number
E.T.'s
9.
not
You
even on
muppet.
the list, is it? I don't think E.T.'s on that list.
It's not. Neither is Top Gun.
I'm
This
pretty
list
sure
is
I seen
shit.
E.T. Didn't I?
Here's
I
an
seen
idea.
E.T. on page 1.
Maybe since the idea of the stream is to go through the list, maybe we should go through the fucking list.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
instead of jumping about, I don't see this. Let's go through it.
How is 3 o'clock high number 1?
What
This
is
fucking
3
was
o'clock
shit.
high?
Never seen it.
Yeah, what? Has anybody seen it ever?
I never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 1 is shit. Number 2 is 48 hours.
That was all right.
Oh, who did that have in it? Oh, okay.
Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be good. I haven't seen it, though.
Are you
Yeah.
not looking at this list, Mod?
I am looking at it, yeah.
Then how the fuck did you not know who was in it?
Because I was looking at the chat at that moment, and then I switched to the list just now.
So he wasn't paying attention.
I gotta pay attention to multiple things here, people. It's called multitasking.
That's what mods are for.
Yeah, but one almost died, and I don't see the rest yet. So
Stop overworking him, Dodge.
yeah, cracking the whip. I almost killed poor Jensen. Adventures in Babysitting.
Never heard of it.
76% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think I've heard of it, but I've definitely never seen it. Go ahead, boy.
I think I've seen it, but it was that long ago. I remember something, but again, we haven't seen it in a long time, so we'll just have to say it exists and move on.
I've seen it. I'm pretty sure it was the porn version.
Yeah. No.
It's been too long for me to remember what the hell it was about.
Yeah, and The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. What the flying fuck?
Across the 8th dimension.
Yeah,
That's one movie
Right.
I've seen once, and yeah, I can't remember it.
basically he's a scientist, he's an adventurer, he's a billionaire, and he's able to do all these cool things. And again, it's one of those movies you'd be safer watching, with a bit of weed in you, to let it make sense.
Ah.
All right. I'm sorry, my son's getting in trouble. The wife is running down. She pretty much took everything from him. So, yeah. All right, Akira. Never heard of
Yeah.
that.
That's a fucking mad movie. How come you never seen that one?
Really? Tell me a little bit about it. Convince me to watch it.
All right. So, well, I can't remember exactly the synopsis, but it's one of those anime cartoons where it's in dystopia, Neo Tokyo, and the future and shit. And yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
about
about
all I
Tokyo.
remember.
That's why I haven't seen it. Now, finally, something we could actually talk about right in a row, at least two of these. Or, yeah. So,
Whoa.
Aliens, 1986. Would you consider that the best movie of the decade, the 80s?
Well, see that one.
Dick Balls.
That one doesn't exist because there's never been a movie with a strong female lead in it since until Ghostbusters 2016 and Captain Marvel. So you can't really count that one.
Yeah, I agree with 40 here. I think that covers just pure propaganda for the patriarchy.
Oh, you two are great. And I do have to say, Sigourney Weaver, amazing.
And I just have to say that she is.
But the cat totally outdid her in that movie.
The fucking cat?
Oh yeah, the cat totally outdid her.
I still
Aw.
want an M41A pulse rifle too.
I just wish the alien would have fucking got her. I was rooting for the alien the whole time. I'm kind of with Jensen on this one.
Everyone was rooting for the fucking alien.
That'd be a fucking painful fuck rooting an alien.
No, hang on. She did it in Aliens 3.
Oh, Dick Ball says Predator was better. And the only thing I have to ask him is which Predator?
The original.
Yeah, it would have to be the original.
I
Get
hope
to the
so.
chopper. Speaking of which, that's not in here either. Neither is Taps and neither is Stripes.
I don't even like this movie, but a lot of people do. It should be in there as well, unless I'm wrong and it was 1990. But Cliffhanger, wasn't that in the 80s?
Oh, you're going to love this, so you are. Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone, if that's the one you're talking about, is going to be remade with a female lead.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Why do they keep fucking up movies?
No,
At
as
the
long as
begin-
it's the stupid lip thing, I can get behind that remake. I told you I don't really like the movie.
Next
the
thing you
beginning-
know, they'll be sorry, Farty, but next thing you know, they'll be making He-Man with a female lead and still call it He-Man. Because it'll be a tranny.
No, they'd have to rename it to He She Man.
At the beginning of fucking Cliffhanger, when Sylvester Stallone drops that cunt out of a fucking helicopter, there's the part where he reacts and he's like, no, no! But the loadmaster in the helicopter, you can see him over the shoulder. He's pissing himself laughing.
Loafer Sheffield says, strong female lead. What about Julianne Moore in Hannibal?
Actually, I think that would have to go to the original with Jodie Foster.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But all right, the next one, American Werewolf in London. That was good.
Overrated.
Really? Why? Because it got 89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Because his favorite is American Werewolf in Paris.
No, because, like I'm going to put any stock in anything Rotten Tomatoes says.
Well, I believe the Rotten Tomato drinking game is on later tonight, actually. Nice little plug there for Exiled Opinions. Check their channel out, or if you're too lazy to do that, they will be on this channel as well. They simulcast over here. So, check out my channel. I'm kidding. No.
upon which, depending on what Eldritch is doing today, I might be late for that one.
Oh, nice. Another Redeye rants?
Maybe. I haven't spoken to Eldritch yet today, and not entirely sure. I'm not thinking so at this point in time, but I might be wrong. Don't quote me on it.
Melissa says Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke will never be forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I tagged comedy in the tags for this as well, but I don't see very many comedies on this list or
Yeah,
slasher.
What was the Cheech and Chong one when they were in Amsterdam?
Fuck all if I remember.
I every time I ever watched Cheech and Chong, I was a teenager and really baked. I don't remember any of them.
Amsterdam, this guy's gonna lose his head in Amsterdam. Now that was the best one because of the comedy show at the end of it that they did. It was fucking piss yourself funny.
You know, I just want to point out we have another 83 to go.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
just gonna say, and the
well,
next
another
movie
thing
is At Close Range.
Yeah, At Close Range. That rings a bell. Okay, it's obvious it's an action flick. That's obvious, but is it like a sniper flick or a cop thing? I don't know.
Or
I've never
just
heard of it. Let's jump on.
All right,
Back to the Future.
Great movie.
Should be up to number one.
I would argue about number one because my
should be
favorite
in-
movie is buried on this list, and I think it should be closer to the top. But number one would have to be something like what, E.T. or Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind was 70.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
70 something.
Mm.
Yes, we all agree Back to the Future was awesome. Next.
The
Oh,
Beastmaster.
Yeah, does anybody remember that? Because I remember the poster I'm looking at here.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that poster,
Yeah.
but I don't remember the movie.
I remember he had two brilliant little birds.
I had I've seen a Spanish porn version of it. You don't want to know.
No, I really don't.
That's all you watch, party. You're like, I've seen the porn version of this and this and this.
Oh, I've got the notification from Pornhub saying you have finished Pornhub. Now go get a life, you dirty pervert.
Okay, all right.
Christ.
So better
Number
off,
11.
yeah, better off dead. Dude looks goofy in the picture. I don't recognize that movie at all.
It's
It's
basically
a John Cusack movie.
Yeah.
basically it's about this teenager and he's basically like talking to the camera. It's more of a, rather than a standard sized film, it's more of a like different scenes in his life where he's just talking about what's happening and stuff, and it's not bad from what I can remember, but it's been a while since I've seen it.
Number 12, Beverly Hills Cop.
Should be more closer to the top.
Yeah, that was a good comedy. I like that movie.
It's quite a bit darker than you'd remember too, because he's like just gets flat out fucking ganked right in the beginning.
No,
Yeah.
it's dark compared to now movies. It was funny as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, a black guy getting arrested for being thrown out of a window, you know.
Back when Eddie Murphy was funny.
I forgot about that part. No shit, right?
Number 13, Big Trouble in Little China.
I never liked that movie. I have seen it a couple times. So I did give it a second shot, and no, not my cup of tea.
I just remember the theme song, Big Trouble in Little China.
Everything had a theme song. Oh.
Yeah, that was actually an alright movie. That.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Did the
Yeah.
Gilligan's Island movie come out in the 80s?
No.
Huh. Because that was a good movie. I like Gilligan's Island, though.
And moving on, number 14, Blade Runner.
Overrated as fuck.
Cabby. Where's Cabby when you need him?
Overrated as fuck, and it was a great cure for my insomnia. I only ever watched it once, and I fell asleep halfway through it.
I don't even remember it.
I have to say the book was better.
What do you guys think of? Didn't they redo that recently? I haven't been to the movies in years.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was just no.
It was a typical remake. Shit.
Exactly.
Oh, I just seen one, but we'll have to wait.
Well,
All
Melissa,
right.
as to what we are talking about or what kind we are talking about. We
We-
are talking about movies from the 80s.
Yeah, and we have a generic list of 100 movies here that we're running through, and this list is shite so far. Like this one, Blue Velvet. What the fuck is this shit?
Fucking sure that is a porno.
93% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has to be a porno.
No, Blue Velvet
Okay.
is like what do you call it? Sex, Lies, and Videotape, and the one Lost Tango in Paris.
So it is a porno.
It's an erotic drama.
So it is a porno.
Yeah.
Okay. 16, BMX Bandits.
Right, now, this is an Aussie movie. This is Nicole Kidman's first fucking movie when she was like fucking 16 or 17 or something like that. They filmed this in a part of Sydney called Manly, and at the time my dad used to work as a wharfinger at Manly Wharf, and the wharfinger is like a station master on a train station but on a ferry wharf. And so like this movie fucking, like when I was a kid, it's like, oh, I know that place, I know that place, I know that street, oh, I know that the fucking water park. Basically the storyline of it was these kids who like riding their BMX bikes, fucking they come across these drug dealers, and they've been hiding shit all through Sydney Harbour, and the kids do this little bullshit fucking Scooby-Doo thing to set them all up and have them all busted by the cops. But there's a funny part in it, because there's like, you know, crappy Australian movie, no swearing and shit, where the crooks find out that their stuff had been found. Like they pull up this rope out of, like, you know, some stuff was supposed to be attached to the bottom. And he pulls up this rope and he's just like, oh, poo! And I just remember as a kid just rewinding that bit, just listening to the dude go, oh, poo!
I'm sorry, 40. I'm a huge fan of water rats. There's plenty of cursing in, you know, Australian stuff.
Yeah, Water Rats was about 15 years later. Oh, funnily enough, Ada Nicodemu from Water Rats, I went to school with her.
Which one was that?
She's the Wog Chick secretary.
The sort of ditzy one.
Mm.
I know there was two different secretaries. One was a bit ditzy in the later seasons, and the other one,
the young dark-haired Sheila. I can't remember whereabouts in the series she was, but yeah, she was definitely in it.
I do know that Christie was actually your guy out of Mad Max 1, Goose.
Nipper. It was Nipper from Police Rescue. Steve Bisley. The guy who was in Mad Max. Fucking met him one day. Fucking cool bloke. We were at the Easter show doing a recruiting drive. It was me and Vecchio were in uniform, and sort of seen him. He's like, hey, fuck, this Steve Bisley. And he comes straight over to us and he's like, g'day, fellas, you're doing a great job. You want an autograph? Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Out come the Viewey too. He's still got it somewhere. Yeah. No, but fucking BMX Bandit's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, no, the chat was saying it sounds like the Aussie liked it. Yeah, no, I think in Australia you guys only made what, like 20 movies total, so you probably love every one of them, right?
Yeah, well, when I say an Australian movie's pretty good, that's saying a lot, because Australian movies are usually fucking shit.
A bit like British movies, which is why we all watch American.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Next one, I definitely haven't heard of. The Burbs.
The Burbs?
Yeah.
How have you not heard of that?
I've heard of that, and I have a shit memory.
Movie.
Yeah, I've seen it. I can't remember what's in it. I remember there's a dude across the road who has an old fucking Jeep in his fucking front lawn and sits there with bloody General Patton's uniform on.
The Burbs is this, right? Basically, Tom Hanks and his missus live in this nice little community, and you have a lot of different characters, and then this family moves in who everybody thinks is vampires or serial killers or something, because they only go out at night, and you know, the Tom Hanks and a couple others get together to sneak into these people's houses, and it's a really good comedy with a nice ending, you know.
Oh, and he's your favorite kind of person. He's a beer drinker, Dodge.
Yeah, he drinks beer.
Lots of it.
I'm gonna watch this movie. This guy. Next one, Cat's Eye. It looks like a horror flick from the movie poster here.
It's actually a documentary on how they put the reflectors in the road.
No, it's not. It's actually a training video for feminists. This will be your life when you're 40.
It's a fucking Stephen King film.
It's Kathleen Kennedy's life story.
And by the looks of it, because I've never seen it, it looks like baby Drew Barrymore.
It is.
I've never seen it either.
Wait,
Neither
did
have I.
you say Drew Barrymore?
The
That-
kid
oh, as
holding
a
the
kid.
cat.
As a kid, that's not okay. No more movies with Drew Barrymore in them as a kid. Okay, so Child's Play.
Awesome! I
Yes.
love Chucky. It's my kid's favorite little toy. My mom would never let
Wanna
Wanna play? My mom would never let me have a Chucky or a Tiffany doll when I was a kid. She thought that thing was, or both of them were creepy as fuck. But I wanted a Chucky and a Tiffany doll.
So, all right. Is the original the best?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I like my favorite out of them is number 3, and I know I'll get some flack for that.
Oh, you.
Is that the one where Andy's in a fucking ROTC school?
Yeah, where they put the live rounds in there and the kids start shooting each other. Yeah, I think that's fucking awesome.
What sort of what sort of patriotic American are you where you like seeing getting, people serving their country getting shot?
Because they're not serving their country. They're only kids.
It was great and something they would never do again.
No, well they did it in that other one. What did you call the one where the invaders attacked the school and they had to fight them off?
Red Dawn.
No, it wasn't Red Dawn. This was a different one where they attacked a military academy, a group of terrorists, and they took the kids hostage. And these group of kids had to free them from these terrorists. I can't remember what that movie was.
I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Was it a movie or was it real life?
It was a movie.
Based on reality?
No. Fiction.
Yeah, that's where I
Right,
say.
next one. Cobra.
Cobra.
That's where I say they don't have taps on here, because that was a fucking mad movie. That was about a fucking military school where like they were going to get shut down because the bloke who ran the joint accidentally shot somebody. So they went into the armory for some reason. They've got fucking heavy machine guns and rocket launchers and shit, and they barricaded up the school. And then the National Guard comes in, tries to take it back. Tom Cruise, fucking who's this cunt was up in. The cunt from Close Range, fucking yeah. Anyway, Cobra.
Everybody's freaking out about Chucky. Well, it looks like Flying Falcon and Melissa are freaking out about Chucky. And Dick Balls
no.
is freaking out about the little leprechaun guy.
Fucking, I actually had a Commodore 64 game to the Cobra. It never worked, but I had one.
I had it.
then,
It didn't work.
well, then it's just like the movie.
Oh, God.
Well, that was the thing with Commodore 64 games. It was pot luck whether you actually bought a packaged game. Whether it worked or not's another story, and we always thought it was just because the computer was shit. Now we find out, thanks to the Angry Video Game Nerd, that like they were just pumping out shit. They were sending out blank discs and shit, and you're paying $60 fucking for a blank disc because you'd buy anything.
Okay, well, next, after Cobra, is Condor Man.
Seen the
It sounds
porno version
familiar,
of this too. Condom Man.
It sounds familiar,
You know-
but I can't remember ever seeing it.
I have
You know
seen
what
it.
I think this list is a list of
Shit.
movies that people haven't seen that they should, because it says 100 movies that you must watch from the 80s, and I don't see Days of Thunder, I don't see Top Gun. Wasn't Beetlejuice 89?
Yeah.
Where's Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
Oh, you're getting caught up in the fucking
Beetlejuice.
numbers. Listen, it was randomly generated. Just fucking go with it.
Okay, we'll go with it, boys. We'll go with it. All
Jesus.
right. So after Cobra or Condor Man, which fucking that looks retarded to me. You got Critters. I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
seen this movie
Critters.
Yeah, I don't remember it that well, but I know I've seen those little evil demon looking things.
Kill
Wow.
Christ. They're actually aliens, and there's like, they come into this little tiny small town and start fucking murdering people, and then there's these two space bounty hunters show up and fucking help fucking eradicate the infestation.
Aw. Well, the IMDb information on it says a massive ball of furry creatures from another world eat their way through a small Midwestern town, followed by intergalactic bounty hunters opposed only by militant townspeople. People don't
Oh.
get militant, do they?
I know what they did here. It's like remember when we had like 3 different natural disaster movies that were all about tidal waves? So this came out the same time Gremlins came out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, 2 studios had the same idea and both ran with it simultaneously.
Yeah. The next one is with Treat Williams, who was basically the B-movie king in the 90s, and someone called Joe something I've never heard of.
Joe Piscopo.
Then again, I've never heard of the fucking movie, so
Dead
Wasn't he? Wasn't he like a wrestler or something?
Fuck all
couldn't
of that.
tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen Dead Heat.
What about number 24, Deadly Friend?
See, I haven't seen it, but it looks interesting from the movie poster, and I do like me some good 80s fucking slasher flicks. And once again, this looks like from the poster an 80s horror film.
Well, I have to say, for looking like the woman in the poster, and it's called Deadly Friend, maybe she's meeting up with memes.
Kind of.
It's a story about me mate Dylan, who's in jail for fucking stabbing some cunt.
Yeah, well, somebody has friends in low places. Depeche Mode 101.
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
Okay, what the fuck is that?
It's a band.
Oh, a band I never heard of. Were they fucking like hair metal?
No, you've heard their songs. I can't think of one at the moment, but yes, you've heard their songs. Fucking hang on.
You're probably right because my mom listened to a lot of rock, so I probably did hear them before.
That song. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. That one? No.
You have to remember Mod's into like fucking rap, so yeah.
And he's also fucking three years old in the 80s.
Yeah, no, and if you're not talking about Ice Cube, I don't know what you're talking about, I guess, according to voice.
Well, then you're going to love Desperately Seeking Susan.
Madogga.
Oh, no, yeah, I'll pass on seeing that. Finally, one that
Again.
deserves...
My favorite Christmas movie ever.
It's not a Christmas
Again.
movie.
Again, I've
It
seen
is
the
a
porno to
Christmas
Desperate.
movie.
It's not a
I
Christmas
watch it.
movie. It's not a Christmas movie. No. Let me explain it to you because
Okay.
maybe it's hard for certain people to understand. Listen, a Christmas movie is a movie about Christmas, Santa Claus, Scrooge, things like that with the Christmas feel. A movie set at Christmas time is not a Christmas movie.
But it would have been a Christmas movie if the terrorists hadn't attacked.
Hey, terrorist attack around Christmas time. Never mind.
No, it's like this. If National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, if his house was, attacked by terrorists, it would be a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But no, not
His
not,
house
not
was attacked by terrorists. Have you seen that movie?
No, a building was attacked. Not, where was the good lesson learned at the end about doing the right thing?
I thought the good
The
lesson at
airport?
the end was don't just trust when someone cunt's choking to death. Shoot the bastard as well.
I don't think that's very Christmassy.
But I don't know. I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I agree to disagree with you on that one. Where is Sorry about that. My son's getting in trouble. All right. So where's memes when you need them? Dragon Slayer. I don't remember this Disney movie, but I'm sure memes owns like 10 copies.
All the
I
special
don't remember
editions.
it either.
I have no knowledge of this
At
ever
least
even
the
coming
next
out. It looks like a Dungeons and Dragons type thing, though.
Yeah, at least the next row has 4 good movies in a row, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, go for it, because I got this yelling behind me. So go ahead, guys. Read off the next one.
Snake Plissken.
I'm sorry, Maud. Have you no duct tape in your house?
Just shoot them
No,
with the tranquilizer gun.
been told to clean their room for over a month. My wife's finally had it, so yeah, she's making them clean.
So
so
did she wait till after the show to fucking lose the shit?
Yes, Daddy's working now. Be quiet.
Okay, Escape from New York.
No,
Better
okay,
one of
I'll
the
go
two.
ahead and say, yeah, Escape from New York, man. Good fucking flick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least it doesn't have stupid shit CGI surfing in it.
No.
The only thing good about number 2 was
Oh shit! Jensen's in the chat.
Jensen.
L. Johnson.
And the mod rises again. Welcome, buddy.
He says for the last one, important lesson learned: don't fuck with John McCain.
John McCain.
That's what he says. That's what he says.
McLean.
No, actually, it wasn't John McCain the one who shot his friend when they were out hunting.
No, that was Dick Cheney.
Ah, right.
Yeah, that was good old boy.
John McCain got shot down.
Yeah.
I was just reading what he wrote, so you guys could fuck with him. I'm just reading the chat.
Right, the next one. No,
yeah.
go ahead.
I've never heard of the next one.
The Explorers.
You've never heard of Explorers?
No.
Oh, you have missed a classic movie.
That came out. That was another one of those. Yeah, two or three studios had the same idea, and this came out around the same time as Flight of the Navigator. And it was about these kids. Like, one of them's supposed to be really bloody smart, and he does this magic thing with a computer which puts a force field around things. So they build this shitty spaceship that, you know, they put this little airtight force field around. Don't ask me how they breathe and what fuels it and propels it or anything like that. Then they meet some aliens.
Explained in the movie, Forty.
Hey.
It's explained in the movie. Did you not watch it?
I did, but that was fucking decades ago. But yeah, like the funniest part about it was like they used like basically a Commodore 64 to do this, and like the processing power of that fucking thing, Jesus Christ. But it was like back in the days where like computers are magic, they can do everything. Yeah, okay, until you get one and find out it's slow as shit.
But yeah, it's a good movie if you actually want a good kids movie to watch, you know, with your kids. Watch that.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is First Blood, right? I don't like Stallone, if you didn't tell by my comments on Cliffhanger earlier. So you guys, if you did like it, go for it. But I don't like that actor. I don't watch his stuff.
How could you not like the movie?
See, Dodgy, you're missing out on this one because, like, a lot of people completely miss the point with this movie. Oh, it's an action flick and this, that, and the other thing. And no, the whole point of it was it was a portrayal of how the Vietnam veterans were treated when they came back. Like with the protests and stuff, they didn't have marches, you know, celebrating when they came home. Hippies running up to them covered in either pig's blood or red paint just so as they could fucking mess up the uniforms and things like that. And it's the conversation at the end between him and the major, where he states that, like, you know, he over in Vietnam, he's trusted with millions of dollars of fucking equipment, but now he can't even hold down a job in a fucking car wash. You know, kind of thing. And the local cops treating him like shit because, you know, they thought he was a vagrant and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, there was a message that lots of people fucking missed with that one.
Yeah, it's a bloody, I could only agree with everything Forty just said. Yeah, it was just brilliant.
And it was one of the first movies
I
to
don't
highlight
like
that.
I don't like Stallone's mannerisms. I don't like his delivery of lines. I don't believe his acting. I don't like Stallone.
No, this one's completely different from everything you've seen him in.
Then I'll tell you what. I'll check it out with one of you guys if you have it and Rabbit. I will watch it with one of you guys and check it out and give it a try. But I don't like Stallone.
Eh.
But Fright Night. Now that's a good one. Michael J. Fox, right?
Well, wasn't that the one with the dude from fucking Greatest American Hero?
I thought this one. Let me look up IMDb on it real quick.
I think you're thinking of Frighteners.
I might be. Yeah.
This is another one. If it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah, the guy from Greatest American Hero is a Vietnam vet, and he's having poltergeists and shit, and it's like walks into a room and he's back in Vietnam. It's like his sergeant majors.
No, that's House. That's the House series.
Yeah.
Fright Night.
Don't mind me.
Nobody believes teenager Charlie Brewster when he discovers that his suave new neighbor, Jerry Dandridge, is a vampire. So when the bloodsucker starts stalking Charlie, he turns to a has-been actor, Peter Vincent, famed for portraying a ghoul hunter. Unfortunately for the would-be vampire slayers, Dandridge has set his sights on Charlie's girlfriend. Ugh.
Yeah, I stand corrected. I'm on IMDb as well, and Michael J. Fox is not in this movie. So you guys were right. I was wrong. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was Frighteners. I'm pretty sure you were thinking of. That also had
That's still an
Arlie Ermy
80s
in it.
flick, and it's probably better
No,
than this.
Frighteners was 90.
Was
in the
it?
90s. Yeah.
Well, I was born in the 80s, guys. Give me a break.
G.I. Joe, the movie.
Yeah, I think
G.I.
I skipped that.
G.I. Jihad, the greatest Arabian hero.
Well, I was talking to Discord to you guys earlier. I'm surprised I haven't heard of this one because I watched all the cartoons and stuff growing up. But I obviously missed the fucking cartoon movie. Did my parents hate me or something? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we could only get the movie out here. They never released the cartoons, the series.
Okay, The Gate, another great horror film. If you're a kid.
Never seen that one.
No?
No.
It's basically about this boy, right? And these two kids, they find this like an asteroid that has landed years ago in their garden, and it splits open and it opens a gateway to hell, and creatures come out, and it's actually a good film. I definitely liked it. It's not, gore horror or anything like, it's just, it's more of a.
So is it kind of like The Omen a little bit, like a possessed kid?
No, it's nowhere near as dark as The Omen. You'd have to watch it,
Okay. No, and a lot of these movies I plan on looking up. Like I had forgotten about The Hitcher, which is later in the list, but we'll get to that later, obviously. But all right. So Gleaming the Cube.
Sounds like a euphemism.
No,
it's a brilliant film.
Is it? It's a skateboarding flick. It looks like
it is. Yes. It's basically right. There are these. This family and Christian Slater is their son, and they have they adopted another son who's Asian, and he works for this group of bad people. He gets killed. The son, Christian Slater, decides to go after the bad guys, and he does a lot of skating and stuff. And it was a great chase at the end with him on his skateboard. It's a good movie if you're into 80s high school flicks, and skateboarding. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
I genuinely believe that this should be in the top 5, if not the top place. This next movie, Gremlins.
Who wants a Mogwai?
I
Yeah,
I
no,
actually
let's go ahead and talk about Gremlins for a minute because we did bring it up earlier because we saw Critters on the list and I kind of connected the two. But
Mhm.
one was much better than the other, obviously, and Gremlins stands the test of time, right? That's still a good movie.
I think they both do, but I still believe that Gremlins beats Critters.
Anybody else?
Well,
Or
Gremlins is actually a
It's
Christmas movie.
okay.
It is.
I will give you that. I will give you that.
No,
No.
Hey, Mark, you're like Gremlins is a Christmas movie. You're
No,
like,
by Voice's definition, it was set around Christmas. It
No,
wasn't
it
Christmas
was
Eve.
Christmas. The house that he learned a valuable lesson from his Christmas present. So it was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, you learn a valuable lesson from Phoebe Cates when her parents died in a plane
Is
crash.
there anyone in the chat who believes that Critters is a better movie than Gremlins?
I'd be interested to find that out. As they're deciding whether or not to write. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I don't remember the third Michael Myers flick actually. I remember the first
Shows
two.
how important it is then.
I'm sorry, but all those Halloween movies just sort of blend together.
I've
None
never
of them
seen it.
stands out, apart from the first one, none of them stands out as being anything brilliant.
Yeah, no, because I'm gonna have to watch that again because I don't remember it at all, and it seems kind of weird that a Michael Myers flick would be Season of the Witch. That's an odd title for a Halloween movie, right?
Michael Myers, what is it, a comedy or something like that?
I guess.
Hey,
If you're
Spud.
Jensen.
Hey,
If you're
Maz.
Jensen, it is a comedy. Jensen laughs at that type of stuff. All right, so Hellraiser. Any thoughts? We've talked about this movie a long time ago when I first started my channel, and we talked about our top horror movies of all time on our personal list. I put Hellraiser, I believe, at like 8 or 9, but it was a long time ago. I don't remember exactly.
I would say when it comes to Hellraiser, it was a great movie, and they should have stopped at 1.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Funnily enough, the fucking like out here, that was in the video nasty section of the video shop. For some
It was
reason.
in the porn section.
No, like all of the B grade fucking horror movies and stuff like that, where like, you know, all the covers were just artist impressions of blood and gore and shit like that. So, for some reason, yeah, that was in the video nasty section, not the adult section.
Weird, because Hellraiser's a damn good movie, and it's people still watch it all the time over here. I think I saw at Walmart that they're actually still selling the Blu-ray of it. So
yeah, it was a different world back then. We weren't ready for that level of fucking fuckery.
Degeneracy. Yeah. The Hidden. I haven't seen it.
Never heard of it.
All right, so all right, yeah, we're gonna leave it hidden then. You go back and The Hitcher. I freaking don't remember exactly how this movie went, but it is a hitchhiker like slasher flick. So, you know, he's a serial killer and he hitchhikes everywhere. I remember it being good, and I got the watch link earlier from somebody, and I'm gonna check it out again later tonight, probably.
Okay, breaking news from the Hammered Spud. So, them Spudlings done arrived yesterday. They absolutely beautiful, but really tiny.
You mean he had twins?
Yeah.
Oh, poor bugger.
Welcome to my world.
Congratulations, Spud.
Yeah, no, seriously. Congratulations, buddy. That is awesome. Have fun with the sleepless nights. You can pass the time by watching my channel.
Well, unless you have kids like mine that sleep all night long but don't nap.
And remember, you know, when your nipples get sensitive from feeding, don't use Vaseline.
Oh, honey.
She uses Vaseline.
No, yeah. Remember, Spud, men can breastfeed too.
We're just getting that image from fucking Family Guy where fucking Stewie's sort of like, starts clamping onto fucking Peter's nipple and he wakes up.
Oh God.
Spud says I'd jump in, but I'm pretty wasted, to be honest.
Oh, celebrate, my friend. Celebrate. I'm happy for you, dude.
All right, yeah.
House number 41. This is the movie that Marty got
thinking of
mixed up with
before.
earlier on.
Yeah, William Catt, that's the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant movie. Second one wasn't bad either.
Okay, so everybody goes wild about this next movie. I'm going to admit it, and people are going to hate me for it. I've never seen it. Howard the Duck.
It's fucking awesome. Duck tits.
That movie?
Duck tits. Woo!
How have you never seen that movie, Dodge?
I don't know,
Howard the
man,
Duck
but
is amazing.
I have seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so don't fucking crucify me yet. But I have not seen Howard the Duck.
No, this is the movie I reckon that fuckwit millennials on YouTube just don't get the whole point of fucking practical effects and shit. There's no CGI in it. Or something like that. No, it was an alright movie, and also too, it was one of the other movies that Leah Thompson did in the 80s where she was doing some weird sexual thing. She tried to fuck a duck in this one. She tried to fuck her son in Back to the Future.
Yeah, I think that lady has issues, but
but she actually, like the band, like there's Holly something or other, the black chick from fucking 21 Jump Street, and like the music that's in it, like the fucking songs that Leah Thompson's band sings, like she actually does the singing for it. So yeah, and if you liked old 80s glam rock and shit like that, it's not bad. Fucking, I reckon she's a very, very underrated actor. I reckon she should have been in a hell of a lot more just because, I like the purr on her.
I'm just a bit of trivia here. If you watched the very end of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, you actually saw Howard the Duck.
Okay, another thing I found out last night too, I didn't really notice it, gonna have to go back and see it again, in the Avengers Endgame, Howard the Duck's also apparently coming out of one of the portholes in the last battle with a gigantic gun.
Which one was that?
The new one, Endgame. When they're having the battle and all the portals open and shit like that, and everyone starts coming out of the portholes. Apparently, Howard the Duck somewhere in the background with a giant gun. So yeah, they're trying to insert him in everywhere now. It's like, remember this guy? Guess what? You're getting a movie now. Fucking live with it. Which I wouldn't mind. They can use the time travel thing to get a fucking young Leah Thompson back too.
Okay, let's move on before 40 starts taking down his trousers, right? I come in peace. I have actually seen this movie, avoid it at all costs.
I've seen the porno version of it.
Of course you have.
That's going to be a reoccurring theme here. How big is your old library? Like, goddamn.
The only kind of library that I have, it has books in it.
Yeah, that's why your kids hate you. No.
This next movie
how do you think I teach them?
This next movie looks like something we should avoid as well. The Ice Pirates.
No, you should definitely watch that. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a movie about methamphetamines.
That movie poster makes it look like crap. So convince me to look beyond the movie poster.
It's a brilliant comedy. I mean, it takes a piss out of everything sci-fi back then.
Yeah, it's about people who pirate methamphetamines.
Oh, God. It's got John Carradine in it.
No, definitely watch that.
So, Invaders from Mars. Anybody see this? I consider it more of a B.
Yes.
B movie, but I have seen it. It is all right.
I can't remember it.
No, I can't remember it either, but I've seen it.
I know it's like one of those movies that are so bad they're good, so you kind of forget what they're about. Because I don't remember either.
The next
the-
one is what's important.
Daniel
No,
San.
the
Yeah,
next one is
well,
what
the next one is going to get us on a tangent in the Cobra Kai. That's right, Karate Kid, the original.
Fuck you and Cobra Kai.
No.
I've never
This
seen that shit.
movie was a one-sided bullshit story about fucking how Daniel's son was bullying the fucking the other bloke.
is right.
That's why I like Cobra Kai. I'm so on Johnny's side now.
Yeah,
seriously.
he was cutting Johnny's grass. He was cutting
Yeah,
Johnny's grass.
I just want to point out that the Karate Kid in 1984 caused more black eyes and broken bones from kids thinking they could do karate than any other movie.
Yeah, not even Ninja Turtles beats it in that aspect. Yeah.
Oh god, I loved the Ninja Turtles.
Okay,
Ninja Turtles got me my arm broken in 2 places. Well, I got me my arm broken in 2 places, but you get my point.
I know. Hang on, we have to find out how Dodge watched Ninja Turtles and then maimed himself.
Okay, so I went up on a brick wall at the bus stop while I was waiting on the school bus, and my mom would trust me and let me go by myself. Well, I decided, you know what's a good idea? Climb up on this 8-foot brick wall and do a roundhouse kick, like, and land it. I did the kick, full 360, guys. It was amazing, all the way up to on my arm.
Wow, you were a real dumbass.
Yeah, it was great. Because right after that, we moved up to Oregon from Cali. So I moved to Oregon with a cast on my arm. That was
Okay, for everyone who wants to follow along, I just put the link in the chat. We are on page 2.
And
Number
we're actually
46.
doing great for time because we're almost halfway through and we're less than an hour in. So let's keep the pace, people.
All right, the Keep. I had this one on DVD, but I threw it away.
I don't think I've seen it. What was it about?
I don't know. I threw it away.
Oh,
Didn't
fuck
keep
me.
it.
That was fucking useful.
I didn't keep it.
Okay. Nazis take over an ancient fortress that contains a mysterious
Oh,
entity
yes.
that wreaks havoc and
Oh.
death upon them.
God, I've just remembered which one that is. That's the one with Junkin Protro, the Russian actor, and Keith Carradine. It's not Keith Carradine, is it? I know there's this keep that's been held by the Nazis, and I think the Russians go to take it over. But then one of the Russians, or a couple of Russians, rape one of the local girls, and it unleashes a demon. And Keith Carradine, or whoever the white guy is actually an angel, and he fights the demon. So yeah, I know which movie it is, and it isn't actually that bad.
Okay. Well, next, number 48, Krull.
Brilliant.
Seen it once. Can't really remember it. I keep thinking I might be mixing it up with Dune as well.
I have no idea.
Classic
I might
80
have seen it.
Classic 80s fantasy.
Okay. So then I might have seen it.
Yeah, well, you should watch it if you haven't.
No,
Okay.
and the other one sounded interesting. The one about the Nazis. I might check that out. Lady Hawk? No, thank you. Not even going to give it a shot.
The
No,
Last
Maud.
Starfighter.
No, Maud, you have to watch Lady Hawk. It's a good movie.
Some of these I think you're just trolling him on.
No, I'm not, honestly. It is a good movie. It's one of the old-fashioned love stories. Basically, the guy who, what's his name, Rutger Hauer, he turns into a wolf during the nighttime, and Michelle Pfeiffer turns into a hawk during the day. And basically, they're in love, but they'll never ever meet. And young
They're
Modric,
cursed.
yes, young Matthew Broderick is a young monk who actually ends up going on this adventure, and then they have to find a way so these two can be together again. It's a good film.
Huh. Okay. Well, the next one, The Last Starfighter, isn't that the one where he plays a video game and gets put in the government program?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
a good film.
Not the government program. The aliens come down because the turns out the computer game was a recruiting tool. And yeah, no, it was a fucking mad movie, that one.
Yep.
Gunstar.
Okay, The Last Unicorn. Does anybody give a shit about that or the
No.
Nope.
No. Okay. Less Than Zero, 1987.
Hang on, you missed one.
I skipped past The Legend of Billie Jean. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, that was a fucking
Boy
awesome
said we're
porno.
going over all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just don't know what that.
That was
What's
a
that
fucking
movie
awesome
about?
porno, that one.
It looks like a porno.
Yeah,
What's it
like,
about?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just it only has 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. It looks she's in this tacky ass outfit from the 80s. It looks like she's working out.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know.
It was made in the 80s.
Yeah.
I missed
Average.
this one. Oh. Eldridge says what? Go ahead.
She's in this tacky ass outfit from the 80s. Jesus Christ, it was made in the 80s, you dumb shit.
No, but like tacky even back then.
Let's get physical. I wanna get physical.
Yeah. Like,
Oh my god,
no.
my favorite B movie is in this line.
Okay, so Less Than Zero.
Never heard of it.
Okay, yeah, neither have I.
Nope.
Anybody?
That was
Nope.
the rating it got.
License to Drive.
That was a good movie, that
sounds
one.
like an educational video.
No. It's basically like the two dudes are trying to fuck this chick, and yeah, they got to get licenses and stuff like that. And if it's the one I'm remembering, like, one of them buys a Lamborghini Countach and gets fucked over by the
Holy shit! Can you
Oh,
get
they
any
really-
more fucking?
It's
I don't
only got
know.
an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, no, and like they're gonna get a license so they can fuck this
Yes.
shit.
But you have to remember that when Corey Feldman and Corey Haim made this movie, they were basically both high as fuck the entire time.
Oh,
In
getting
God.
fact,
fucked by the producers.
yeah,
My favorite movie is
and it wasn't a Lamborghini;
next.
it was a Porsche.
Or my
Ah.
favorite B movie is next.
Yeah,
And her name was Mercedes. That's all I remember.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, I
Brilliant.
showed my
Audrey,
kids this
too.
movie. I showed my
I'm-
kids this movie. It was on Hulu about 3 months ago, and they loved it.
Oh, God.
This is a great fucking.
Did
movie.
you watch the original or did you watch the 80s movie?
Oh, it might have been. I didn't know there was two of them. So probably the original.
There's actually three of them. Little Shop of Horrors. I guess which one I saw.
I'm talking about the one with the dude from Honey, I Shrunk the Children.
We're not talking about the porn, you dumbass.
But no, the one I'm talking about is Little Shop of Horrors with the dude in it from Honey, I Shrunk the Children.
Okay, then that's the one made in the 80s.
Okay, so yeah, that one. Yeah, and that's the one we're talking about here. Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
All right. Looker was pretty boring. It's just about a girl who looks.
actually, it's about a plastic surgeon
It's about
killer or something.
It's about a fucking plant that eats humans.
We have already moved on. Keep up, woman.
Okay. I'm still on the plant.
Yeah, you moved on. I didn't know we moved on. So Looker. Interesting.
No, just
I don't know.
move
I
on.
have
Move
no
on.
idea.
Okay, Lucas. Looks
Don't
like a
know.
football movie. Looks like Charlie Sheen in the
It's a
background.
teen drama. Basically, Corey Haim plays this like really nerdy kid, and he makes friends with Charlie Sheen, and you've got a young Winona Ryder and the girl from Goonies. You know,
Which girl
Oh
from
shit!
Goonies?
So it has a good cast in it. Might have to
Yeah.
check that out. This one made me terrified of semi trucks in my childhood. Maximum Overdrive, great fucking movie. If you haven't,
Never
and fuck
seen
you,
it.
Rotten Tomatoes, 17%. Fuck you.
I would say this is
Underrated.
one of those movies that is so bad it's good.
No, it's so good. It's good. I love
No,
that.
come on, Mod, seriously.
Oh,
They're
fuck.
hiding. They're hiding in the ditch and shit. And the trucks are searching for them. It was awesome.
Ah,
I love that
wow.
movie.
Okay.
But just like YouTube is, the next movie is called The Money Pit.
Yeah, that was
Remember
a
that
good
Rutger
80s
Hauer
comedy.
film Salute of the Jugger? I used to love that. Or Hayer. What the hell? He's trying to correct the spelling, but Hauer. Hauer.
That's Rutger Hauer.
Okay. And that's from Nate Spurs. I'm trying to read the chat and they're spelling the same shit over and over and over again.
Well, that's why you should ignore the chat.
No, you don't ignore the chat.
Anyway, Near Dark, one of the best vampire movies you will ever see.
Yeah, it's
Never heard of it.
It's the dystopian dark prequel to Twilight.
Oh,
Really? So it's the
No.
best vampire movie I've never seen. I should check
No.
it out.
If you like horror movies and vampires, this is fucking awesome.
Okay, this next one's one I've seen 1,000 times. I've seen the actual fucking cover 1,000 times in a video shop and just kept on fucking going. A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon.
don't know it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, never fucking
It's
seen it
like
either.
some sort of teen star is going to take advantage of teen girls.
Yep. So
I've
let's
seen
fuck
the
that
next
one
one.
off and go on to the next one. Nightmare on Elm Street. Fucking awesome. Robert Englund.
Yeah.
Wait. Is that
Wait,
with
wait.
Jason
Freddy
or
Krueger's
Freddy
in there?
Krueger?
That was Freddy Krueger. Robert
I'm
Englund's
just
Freddy Krueger.
fucking
That's the
around.
original. That's the original.
I'm just fucking around.
Oh, all right. So next one on the list here. A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon.
Yeah, we've
Jesus
already done
fucking
that one.
Christ, Dodge.
Oh,
Jesus
and Nightmare on Elm
Christ,
Street.
A Nightmare on Elm Street is
Sorry, I have
right
kids.
next to that.
I'm kind of freaking going back and forth here.
so
The
mad.
kids
That's
are
why I
not
use a cell phone.
listening
Come
Uh,
on,
you know-
come on. What's more important to you, your stream or your bloody kids?
Come on, dude.
Yes, you can
Don't
have a
make me
popsicle.
No, I'm kidding.
Let's be honest, you'd choose a stream in a heartbeat.
North Shore is the next movie on the list.
Never heard of it.
Is it one of those
Shitty.
beach flicks?
Shitty surfing video movie.
Yeah, it's a beach flick. No one likes those beach party flicks.
So is the next one, One Crazy Summer, and the only tidbit of information I know about this is that it was one of the first movies. Gimme More. I mean, Demi Moore was in.
I like
Oh.
the cover though. The cover would make me want to see it.
Yeah,
Is
I
that a
think it-
fucking T-Rex on there? Oh,
That's a
I need to
costume.
put my glasses on.
it's a costume.
Yes, it's the prequel to Jurassic Park.
I just need to put my goddamn glasses on.
all right, so the next one is a good one. The Outsiders. Good movie.
It sounds
Jesus
familiar, but I
Christ.
can't remember what it was.
Oh, it was. What was it like? The chat could probably help us out better here to actually discuss it because I remember watching it and it was good, but I haven't seen it in years.
Chat, do our goddamn job for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jensen, you've seen it. What are you doing? Laying around, you didn't just freaking get out of the hospital or anything. I'm kidding. But no, in 1983, oh yeah, no, it was one of those type of movies, kind of like West Side Story, where you have the two groups of teenagers, they clash. You know what I mean? It's one of those type of dramas.
Was it a
they
musical
basically
too?
break out in
No,
dance
it was
and
not a musical like that, but you get what I mean.
Overboard, 1987.
Yeah, the
That was-
movie that celebrates abducting a woman and fucking using her amnesia against her.
Yeah,
I know. And you know
Jensen-
what's hilarious about that is it's one of my mom's favorite movies. I've seen it a million times. How is
Yeah,
it one of her
Jensen
favorite
said,
movies?
"Kiss my ass, Mad."
You see, I know why Maud likes that movie because that's how he got his wife.
Yeah, she's actually a rich Sheila, has her own cruiser and everything.
Knock it off. You might make her remember who she is. Shut up.
Are the kids even hers?
Well, at least it's not like
movie.
that Adam Sandler's movie where he has to keep
No,
her
it's not.
remembering
Okay, so
shit every day.
She literally falls overboard, right? And this dude is just fucking there fixing up shit, and she's a total cunt. But he rescues her and helps her out, and she comes to, and he well tells her that his wife and these are your kids, and yeah. It wouldn't be made nowadays. It has "Me Too" written all over it.
This is basically every rich species' favorite film.
Yeah, but it's weird that my mom liked it so much. I've seen it a million times, all because of her. It's really weird. The next one should have never been remade. I was told just yesterday by Zero Cool. The original Pet Sematary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think we really need to talk about it too much. Everybody knows about it. Yep. This is a John Candy movie I haven't seen. That's next, though.
Bullshit.
Trains and
seriously, Maud,
you've never seen it?
No, seriously, Maud, did you watch nothing in the fucking 80s?
Yeah, stop watching fucking Overboard a million times. Go watch this fucking thing.
I mean, seriously, what were you doing in the 80s? You know, playing with yourself?
He was only 3. He didn't know what to do with it.
I got the same goddamn question. No, he was making babies. That's what he was doing. Or at least trying to make the babies.
Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Fucking awesome movie. You got to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. And
the next one I like too.
I just want to say one scene from that movie. If you're ever staying with someone in a hotel, beware the pillow.
No. The car rental scenes, like he goes on about like what he's just been through, and he's just like, I just want a fucking car.
And next.
Another one I reckon Dodge is probably going to shock us with the, I haven't seen this one either.
No, he's going to shock us with damn memes' shock collar.
Yeah, by the way, we are raising money for memes' shock collar. Super chats are always welcome. I have seen Police Academy. I mean, come on. Like, everybody's seen that fucking movie. It's a freaking
said
classic.
The guy who hasn't seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Hey, I watched other John Candy movies, like Cool Runnings and shit like that. So give me a break, all right?
I'm just saying that I have I have tried my entire life to get arrested by Sergeant Callahan.
I reckon the best scene in Police Academy was after Proctor went up the horse's ass and sort of like they're all standing there in formation and fucking he just goes. We just killed Sharadi.
Yeah,
yeah, I think so. But the next one is Rad.
What?
Looks like a Beast movie.
All I heard was my name. I took my headset off so I could cough.
Yeah,
you were Glenn.
I've never heard of Rad either.
We'll skip it.
Real Genius. Anybody see that? 74% Rotten Tomatoes.
Pretty dumb, actually.
Right.
So I'm guessing Rotten Tomatoes is not the way to judge anything. Actually.
Fuck no.
You judge it based on your experience. Anyway, next.
Browsing it to figure out what movie you want to watch that you've never seen. Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. Well, The Adventure I never heard of, so yeah.
No idea.
One of my favorite movies is next.
Yeah, and we talk about that right now. Revenge of the Nerds. Go for it, voice, because I have seen this one too.
It's about nerds and they get revenge.
Awesome.
It's actually got another one of my favorite fucking 80s female actresses in it, Courtney Thorne-Smith.
Oh yeah, but there's a scene in this which again would never be made today because it's basically rape. Basically, he dresses up like Darth Vader, which the girlfriend's boyfriend is also dressed up as, and well, yeah. Anyway, River's Edge.
I know that I've seen this, but I don't remember a goddamn thing about it.
Neither do I, and I've never seen it.
Anyways, Rocky
another-
4.
Yeah, another Stallone flick that I don't care about.
Oh, come on. This is the one where he beats the Russian.
I have seen it. That was a good fight. I guess when he's not talking, all right.
Yeah, what's up? You don't like Rocky 4? He beats up the Russian. Yeah, were you communist or something?
I mean,
I'm not red.
let's be honest, Maud. You'd love the start of it. A black guy gets killed.
Oh, geez, you just made
And
me
now
look
is
like
where
he
you
was a
give
white
your
sheep.
disclaimer, Dodge.
The views expressed by the panel of the Redeye stream are not necessarily the views of Matt Hutchins at all. Voice is a
Ooh.
cut. Anyway.
Okay, voice. Ain't Jack in the chat. Revenge of the Nerds is so overrated.
Who said that?
Ain't Jack in the chat.
Well, he needs to be, killed soon.
He also goes on to say nerds were top of the school hierarchy. I just couldn't relate to understand that movie. You made fun of and picked on the stupid kid.
Yeah, well, that's what the stupid kid's for. Have you never been to high school?
Isn't Ain't Jack Korean?
Yeah. But he is an American, I believe. I believe he immigrated.
So did he go to school in America or did he go to school in Korea?
You would have
There's
to
a big difference.
Yeah, you would have to ask him. Because especially in the 90s and late 80s, like being a nerd was not cool. Nowadays, geek culture is kind of taken over because of the internet. But
Yeah,
it
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
cool
No, the football players still get the women. Keep dreaming.
fair enough. All
Pro
right.
Jared, anyone?
Oh!
He ain't
Okay.
no fucking football player.
Runaway, 1984. Have you seen Runaway?
Really
Ran away from
bad 80s sci-fi.
Yeah.
Basically, I would have preferred another season of Magnum PI rather than this.
Killer robots, anyone?
Yeah, but the robots
Yeah.
are fucking stupid. You can really defeat them just by using the tip of your boot to flip them over easily.
So they're
At
like
least it's
Daleks
not
just
killer
run down the
clowns.
stairs. So they're like Daleks just run down the stairs.
Except Daleks can fly.
Since when?
Since modern Who?
Bollocks. Fuck up.
All right. The next one, The Secret of My Success, 1987. 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that matters, but
Michael J. Fox.
I
Yeah.
can't. I think I've seen it, but I can't remember anything about it. So
yeah. Neither
Next.
can I. The
Secret of Nim. Good children's film. Amazing for children to watch. I don't remember a goddamn thing about it, but I know I watched it a lot when I was a kid.
Isn't that the never mind, don't worry, the joke's not gonna work.
The Seventh Sign, 1988. Another 80s horror movie. It looks like. It looks like a demon possession type film.
Abby is pregnant woman with curious new boarder in the apartment over her garage.
well, it
Oh,
looks
what?
like that.
Hey,
It looks like that's Daphne Bikini, and I had a real crush on her in Spaceballs, so I might watch that later for research purposes.
oh, turns out he's heaven sent and is speeding along the apocalypse by bloodying rivers, egging on plagues, and following scripture word for word.
That made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
No, the border is BOARDER, not BORDER.
Still made no fucking sense. It wasn't just that one word. It's the whole bloody thing.
All right. So The next one, Short Circuit.
Johnny Five, he's alive.
Yep, brilliant.
I love
Especially when they have a. This is another thing that wouldn't get me today because you had a white guy playing an Indian.
Yeah, and then the fucking robot would have to be bloody either a female or genderless.
Aren't robots genderless anyways?
Well, this one had a male voice, and he's named Johnny. Unless you're supposed to be a condom.
Okay, I don't remember, but didn't he name himself?
Yeah, I think he did, but like, one would assume that if it was genderless, like, named Sasha or something like that, something a bit changeable. But it's the patriarchy back then, you see. He couldn't name it Susan.
Oh shit!
And he was in love with the Sheila, so
Oh hell!
Well, Joshua, come on, Mad Dodge Red pilled them all.
And how the fuck is he going to be able to do that? He's been getting shit on all evening.
Okay, number 81. And I have never heard of this in my life. Solar
I don't know what
Baby.
that is. It
No fucking clue.
sounds not interesting.
No, it sounds like something we should watch on Rabbit because I bet you it's horrible.
No, here we go. In the future, most water has disappeared from the earth. We find a group of children, mostly teenagers, who are living at an orphanage run by
God.
despotic rulers of the new earth. No, thank you.
They escape from the orphanage on skates
Yay!
and try to cross the wasteland looking for a place they can live free as the stormtroopers search for them and the orb that I assume they possess.
Wow, they have it stolen from 3 different franchises right there. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll pass. The next one, Space Camp.
Space
Brilliant.
Camp, the one movie that Leah Thompson did in the 80s where she wasn't trying to fuck something weird.
Well, no, I thought.
And now I have Space Jam stuck in my head.
Honestly, I think she was trying to fill up, the wee kid, so I don't know about that party.
Oh, well, either way, I'd rather be the wee kid. if that's the case.
No, that was a brilliant kids movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another one nowadays. You got to sort of suspend disbelief when you find out exactly how like the solid rocket boosters on the space shuttle work. They don't sort of just load up slowly; they just fire in one quick fucking thing. But yeah, like if we start the right booster, then they'll have to start the left booster. Yeah, it doesn't fucking work like that. But anyway. Basically, it was one of these fucking 80s movies where, like, fucking kids could do anything. These kids accidentally get launched off into space, but they can actually sort of have the nous to go and get more oxygen and fucking land the spaceship and not fucking kill themselves and everyone underneath them.
So, the next one has, God damn it, what's his name in it?
Lou
It's,
Diamond Phillips.
Yeah, Lou Diamond Phillips. There you go. Yeah, Stand and Deliver. I haven't seen it. It looks like a pissed off teenager movie.
Actually,
Yeah, it's the prequel to La Bamba where he was a criminal before he went singing. Only kidding.
And I know what these movies are in, or what order these movies are in.
It's like this, Mod. If you haven't fucking watched the next movie, you need shot.
No, actually, the next one, Stand By Me, was actually filmed partly in Oregon. I've been on the bridge that it was filmed on at the very end scene. So, yeah, I have seen that movie.
All right, I've done this for you guys. I've got to do it for everyone in chat. I'm on the drug. I'm on the drug. I'm on the drug. I killed River Phoenix. I had to do
What?
it. Sorry. That was a song.
But yeah, what do you guys think of Stand By Me? Is it still a classic?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody seems to think
It is.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's the only one good thing that Will Wheaton has ever been in.
I forgot fucking Wesley Crusher was in that shit. God damn it. You fucked it up for me now.
Voice. Don't you mean Wheaton?
Shut up, Wesley. But
Super Fuzz. I actually like just off this. I want to see it now. It looks like
Yeah,
it's going to be
that,
sort
that
of.
sounds like a porn movie.
Tentacle porn.
70s porn. 70s bush.
I love the name here. This is so 80s about a cop, Dave Speed.
And he wasn't black?
God damn it. No wonder my videos keep getting the little yellow symbol next to it.
It's because you're not loud enough when you give your goddamn little speech. Nobody hears you.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
he's given the disclaimer. It's all right now. We can say what we want. No, kidding.
All right, so the next one is the Terminator.
Nah, that was shit.
Determinated?
Well, no, everybody's talked at length about this movie, but it really was a fucking great film.
No, I'm with 40 in this, or 40 in this. That was a porn movie because I saw a guy get fisted.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't get. How could that movie get fucking released back in those days when homosexuality was frowned upon? Some guys getting fisted right at the beginning of it.
Yeah, and it was Bill Paxton who got fisted. So, you know.
No wonder he died.
Everyone!
87. They live.
Wait, is that the Mars movie?
No, this is the movie that gave us the classic line of, "I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum."
God damn it.
That's the one with Roddy Piper, and he's got these glasses, and like every second person's like this fucking alien thing, and they're like taken over, sort of thing. It's basically where Captain Marvel got the idea of Skrulls, the Skrulls from.
No, and I have Piper's autograph on my wall, actually. So,
well, aren't you just super duper Betty Cooper?
What's even funny is a Roddy Piper isn't even fucking Scottish.
No, he's American.
Yeah.
He's actually related to the Hart family.
And he lived in Oregon, actually. That's how I got his autograph. Was he bought Portland Wrestling, and they did a show in Eugene. So he actually offered to take my friend and I and his dad, my buddy's dad, out to dinner after the show, and my friend's dad turned him down. I could have had dinner with Piper.
Yeah, then afterwards, Piper could have given you his Piper. Mm-hmm.
Everybody who just heard that story, like, subscribe, tell your friends, get them over here. We need the subs.
I should clip that out for a fucking trailer. No,
actually, I think Shorty's onto something here. Let's go for the pity sub. Yeah,
sub, like, and fucking follow us and all this, and Sharadi will show you tits.
The fuck I will.
What up? Turn them down later. But The Thing is the next one on the list. Aren't they remaking that, or did they recently?
Yeah, they did the remake, already.
Yeah, and it was crap. Surprise, surprise.
There was actually another one they did in the 90s, which was actually the prequel. Which, if you've watched the first one, and then you watch this one, they line pretty much everything up. So there's like one part where there's like an axe in a door or something like that. You find out how the axe got there, and like it all lines up like with the dogs and shit at the end.
Yeah, about the original Dutch camp.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that. What's the name of that?
Oh fuck, I can't remember, but yeah. It's, hang on, I'll look it up.
Yeah, time to start googling.
Wait, what are you looking for?
I'll tell you when I find out.
I'm not sure, but okay. So the next movie, this looks
Oh,
like
it's called The Thing. It's the 2011 version.
Thrashing is the next one. You can tell that skateboarding really became a thing in the 80s and late 70s because there's a lot of skateboarding movies on this.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Whatever. Fuck you. I don't really care.
How about
It's
no?
early
You fuck
80s.
your wife, I'll fuck my husband. We leave each other alone except for on the internet.
It was the early 80s for me.
So
How about I make sense? You don't.
Three Amigos is the next one.
Brilliant.
Yep.
It's a comedy and it's funny as hell.
It's about these fucking movie stars that make fucking Mexican Western type things, and this Mexican fucking village is getting fucking done over by fucking bandits. Thinks, oh, it's a documentary. We'll get them down here. They'll solve all our problems. And they go down thinking they're just going to do a fucking live show or something like that, and then realise at the last minute, oh shit, these cunts are using live ammunition. That's the quick synopsis of that one.
Yeah, that actually does sound good. Next one, Time Bandits. Anybody?
That's another good one.
Yeah. And let me guess, you haven't saw it either.
No.
Wait, what? Time Rider? I've never seen it.
Time Bandits.
Or I don't remember it.
Time Bandits.
Oh. Whatever.
That's Time
Okay,
Rider.
well,
Time
I'm
Rider's a
guessing time
big
travel.
Well,
Time travel thing.
Time Rider is such well known. It doesn't even have a synopsis. So
Yeah, it's one of those B grade shitty 80s movies. Rip off.
So
It's basically a rip off of Time Cop and shit.
the Transformers, the movie. It's a cartoon movie. Obviously,
Not as fucking awesome as you'd think, because it was actually done from the Japanese version, and it's long drawn out and pretty bloody boring. But you go to Cybertron with it, and yeah, it's not as good as you think, as you would think.
all right. So I hate this band, U2. So I fucking definitely haven't seen U2 Rattle and Hum.
Rattle the Bum.
You too?
Yeah, I fucking hate that band.
yeah.
No.
Anyway, War Games.
War Games.
That's another good one where like computers can do everything back in the 80s.
Well, no, that's
Yeah.
why I had said before that should be redone. I think.
Yeah, back in the
No.
days where your dial-up modem was actually you put the phone handset into a different cradle.
Actually, War Games
Yeah.
was redone.
I'm
It was
on
called
the
Hackers.
phone. Get off the
Oh, Hackers?
internet.
Yeah, it was redone. The 90s version was Hackers.
Yeah, because I've seen Hackers. That's a good movie. But all right. So Weekend at Bernie's.
Fucking
Yes!
awesome movie.
Awesome.
I've
Amazing.
I've seen that movie. All right.
It's a documentary about Bernie Sanders.
Oh God. The next one is amazing, and if you have not seen this, Dodge, your wife should just smother you now.
I think his wife should just smother him anyway.
Yeah.
I've seen Willow.
And no, it's not about the witch from Buffy.
No.
Actually, it was a great movie, but the graphics really don't stand the test of time.
What the hell?
So the Witches of Eastwick. I've heard
Seen
of it.
Once-
I know
once
Jack
it-
Nicholson's in it. I just I don't know. I don't remember watching it ever.
Me
Once
neither.
again, seen the porn version of this. Guy with a gigantic fake dildo fucking a fake chest hole.
God damn, dude. Like every time you're around, I gotta fucking just like make this a mature stream. The
Huh?
next one, The Wrath.
Brilliant.
Wraith.
Wraith.
Yeah.
Wraith.
It
Wraith.
is. It's a real.
Sorry.
It is
My
an
bad.
absolutely brilliant movie. So it is, Mod. You definitely have to see it. It's a young Charlie Sheen, and basically there's this gang of basically, it would be the precursor to Fast and the Furious. There's this gang of really bad car racers, and then Charlie Sheen is killed, and he comes back, and he has this great bloody car, and as the movie goes along, he kills each one to the point where they're you have to see it.
Yeah. And Dodge, do you want to read this last one?
Nah, I don't think he likes this last one.
No, the last one's my favorite movie, actually, Young Guns, the original, and I'll be right back.
Young Guns. Let's see, what's it got? A 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've been drinking because my buddy's out of the hospital. Another person I talked to, which I consider a buddy, even though he might not, had just had 2 babies. Well, he didn't. His wife did. Anyways, the audience rating, though, has it at a 76%.
Actually, no, for Young Guns, that's 40.
The critics have it at a 40%. The audience has it at a 76%.
Yeah, Sharadi, drinking's not the answer.
I thought you said drinking was always the answer.
That's for Australians. Not for you fucking lightweight Americans.
But okay, so what I like about Young Guns, love the cast. Brilliant cast, great acting. They pretty much tell the majority of the story, and I really like the part where he breaks out of jail, climbs up the fucking chimney. He actually did all that. They really, in the first one, fall in line with what really happened with Billy the Kid, and I really fucking like it. The second one is also
I'll make you famous.
The second one is also a great movie. Maybe even a little bit better, but it goes into the mythology of this other guy that said later on that he was Billy the Kid, and a lot of Billy the Kid's friends that were still alive said, yeah, that is Billy. He was discredited, and I'm not sure if they ever did a DNA test on him.
I just want to say that, Maud's favorite film is about a group of men and now they're riding each other. I'm just saying.
Are they riding each other or riding the horse?
They're riding.
Yeah, that's a Spanish version where they're all riding the horses.
No, I just gave that really thought out, detailed fucking monologue, and you come back with fucking Brokeback Mountain. Fuck you.
Well, I like Troll. Troll was nice. Troll was funny.
But
and the Ernest movies. I loved the Ernest movies.
They left all those out. They left out the Ernest movies. They left out E.T. They left out Prom Night. They left out a bunch of good slashers.
Yeah, I'm going to be biased here and say they left out the Leprechaun.
Oh, the Leprechaun. Yeah. Not okay.
Hey, where the fuck was Ghostbusters in this?
It wasn't.
Fucking heathen cunts.
By the way, these movies, if you guys didn't notice, but I'm sure some of you did, they were in alphabetical order. That's why some were in some places and some were in others.
They still missed out on that shit, though.
Well, no, there was quite a few movies off the list. What's your favorite 80s movie that wasn't on the list? Mine would probably be Days of Thunder. It wasn't on the list.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
No, I like Ernest, the Christmas one. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you
Ernest Saves Christmas.
It was made in 1990.
Oh, barely. It must have came out in the early 90s then, because I thought it came out right around the time Top Gun did, which wasn't on the list.
There's a whole bunch.
Turn your goddamn TV down.
There's Stripes, there's Taps, there's fucking Ghostbusters, there's fucking Debbie Does Dallas, there's fucking
Well, the Breakfast Club wasn't on there
What about
either,
the
Oh.
Porky's movies? You guys see those?
and the
The
Princess
what
Bride
movies?
wasn't on there.
Oh,
Porky's.
I do have to agree with you there.
Oh, now here's another one
Sorry.
for this one. This one turns out it's a documentary. It was actually Nostradamus' prediction of America's future. Heathers.
What was it called?
Heathers.
Oh, that was fucking brilliant.
Oh God.
And it actually did predict fucking future.
Yeah. Can't shooting up schools.
Well, actually, he tried to blow it up, not shoot it up. He killed a few students, but
Hey, just on that last fucking school shooting is the dude who reckons he's a Sheila, or the Sheila who reckons he's a dude. So there is a male and or supposedly a female.
But
I
what
thought
year?
there was only one trans.
What year did what's that movie with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson? You Can't Handle the Truth. A Few Good Men. What year did that come out?
97.
Oh, okay.
What about Ferris Bueller's Day Off or whatever the fuck it was called? I don't remember. I like I said.
Oh, wait a minute. Fucking Animal House wasn't on the list.
That was 70s.
Yeah,
It had to be 79 then.
Yeah.
Not that old.
something like that. Oh, there's Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Eh.
Yeah, really. Or this Star Trek the motion picture was 80s, right?
Yeah.
Or hell, no, the Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, that was it.
Where the fuck was the Wrath of Khan on the goddamn list? Wait a minute here.
God! Mr. Tambourine Man! Okay, you never heard that one.
Yeah, there was a ton. Or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I did bring that up earlier and told a story about what, and that is a true story.
About your stupidity?
Yeah, I broke my arm in 2 places that day. But anyway, that wasn't on the list. There was a bunch not there.
Platoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Platoon.
Have you ever seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I've seen it a million times. I'm talking about
No,
on the
I
list.
thought Farty just asked what's in it when you referred to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, I never said that. I can't even remember what I said, but it definitely wasn't that. I've seen TMNT. Fucking, here's another one. Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh, brilliant.
Mm. Be advised, I'm mean, nasty, and tired. I eat concertina wire and I piss napalm, so why don't you go hump someone else's leg face before I push yours in?
What's some 80s TV shows that you guys liked?
All of them.
Tour of Duty, that was a fucking mad show.
Was
Yeah,
it
that
Match in the 80s for a while?
No, Tour of Duty was 90, sorry.
What about He-Man?
Yeah, that's a kid show, not a TV show.
Yeah, that was a big, that was a big merchandise ad.
And it was on TV, was it not?
No, it was being directly into your brains.
That was basically a commercial.
Oh, was it?
No, I would say Magnum PI, definitely. I love that show.
Airwolf.
MacGyver.
MacGyver, yeah. I that's one. When did Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman come out? Because my mom watched that all the time, and I remember that show. I don't know if it was 80s or 90s, though.
What about MASH? When did that start?
76 or something? No, 78.
He's a
Okay,
fucking.
so it ran through the 80s. I know that much.
Yeah,
That show was on forever.
It's a fucking obscure movie that doesn't get enough love. Blue Thunder. And they actually did do a fucking TV series that only lasted one season.
That was the helicopter with Roy Schneider, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, they took an Apache into the streets of LA, which, quite frankly, they should do today.
No, and Melissa in the chat says Chips. Yeah, I used to watch that. Like, I didn't have a color TV in my room. I had a little black and white TV my grandma got me. We had a color TV in the living room, of course. But every day after school, I would go into my room and watch Chips on my little tiny black and white TV and do my homework. Like, yeah, I remember that like every day because it would be on right after I got home from school.
Well, this can't really be counted because it was done in the 70s, but it was done by the same people who did Chips. Was Emergency.
Never heard of it.
And that was the Los Angeles fucking paramedic fucking one where they had the little baby fire truck and they'd be at the station and the fucking caller thingy go bah, 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 Station 51 Rampart. Fucking that was a mad show. That
Miami Vice.
Yeah, that was all right.
The Dukes of Hazzard.
I thought that was 70s.
It went from 79 to 85.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, definitely. Dukes of Hazzard's a great fucking show.
Moonlighting.
Yeah.
Oh, not Knight Rider? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was 80s.
The Fall Guy.
When did NYPD Blue start? Because that was
it,
really
was
good
90s.
show.
It was definitely 90s.
Okay.
Oh, here's one for you, Voice. Minder.
Oh, yeah. Minder. That was, what do you call him? Oh, shit. I can't even remember the names now. Arthur Daly.
Yeah.
The used car salesman. Yeah. That was a good show. Yeah.
He kept fucking people over, so he had to hire a bodyguard to form a boxer.
Yeah.
Well, no, also in the chat, Rat Resistance says RoboCop, and he brings up MacGyver as well. But yeah, we already talked about MacGyver. But RoboCop, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. But I just said the exact same thing.
Look, I
I forgot I muted myself.
The Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah. I didn't know Married with Children got 10 seasons. I only thought it got 10.
That's because they replayed it so often you didn't know which one was new and which one was old.
Oh, crazy.
And all the jokes are the same. Ow! Hey, pig!
Oh, God. Such an annoyance.
Quantum Leap.
I know.
Was Quantum Leap, yeah. Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
That was good, and I hear they're gonna do it again. What do you guys think about that?
Destroy it.
Off random names here. People are gonna be like, "Well, this is boring." They're just making it, saying a list.
Well, you see, here's the thing to everybody in the chat. Mod thought, "Oh, we can't go through all 100 films. It'll take too long," and we actually ended up doing it in about an hour and a half. So we have an hour and half an hour of stream to fill with bullshit. So blame Mod.
Well, here's something funny I read in the paper this morning. The $50 note has this Sheila's image on it, Edith Cowan, and she's basically the person who fucking started the education system in Australia. After they printed 400 million fucking $50 notes, they finally figured out there's 3 spelling mistakes in it. Irony. I thought that was funny.
Oh, Three's Company, yeah, because that even spun off to become Frasier, right? Isn't that where that came from? Was Three's Company?
I thought that was fucking Cheers that spun off to Frasier.
Oh, it's Cheers. You're right, not Three's Company. Yep. These old shows that I haven't seen in forever, they get mixed up.
You see, you probably would get mixed up because it turns out that all the TV shows that we've seen, even up until now, are all in the mind of an autistic kid called Tommy Westfall.
At least we're not inside Pro Jared's mind. We'd all be insane.
Well, here's one for.
Aren't we already insane?
Here's one for 40. Prisoner Cell Block H.
Yeah, we just called it Prisoner out here. Yeah, that was a fucking good show. The original, anyway, not the fucking redo.
Well,
was Lonesome Dove in the 80s or early 90s?
I think that's early 90s.
Because I like Lonesome Dove. That was good. And then they did a miniseries afterwards, kind of continuation that was really good as well.
Fucking Neighbours.
Oh, God.
God, no, there was this time during the 90s, right, where people in England were ringing people in Australia at fucking random times of the day just to find out what happened on Neighbours next. And fucking some cunt rang me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, are you in Australia? I was like, yeah, what do you fucking want? Like, oh, I'm calling from England. Can you tell me what happens in Neighbours next? They all fucking die like at the end of Dallas. Fuck off. And that actually made the news too. It was like, wow, bloody Scoop. Oh, everyone dies on Neighbours.
I remember watching it when my mum used to watch it, and it was way back when Kylie and your Oppa were still, actors and not singers.
Yeah, Kylie Minogue was an actor before she became a singer, and Craig McLachlan was an actor before he became the fucking the sex pest.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And honestly, I think I side with him because I've read that report, and she just sounds like a bitch.
Well, that's the funniest thing about it is like all these Sheilas that are coming out suing Australian actors, they're all fucking people, nobodies that no cunt's ever heard of. And fucking, they're just trying to further their career. But like, I seem to think that this stupid bimbo just simply didn't get the point of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He looks like a pervert. He's playing the fucking lead character, you dumb bitch. Of course he looks like a fucking pervert, you fucking moron. We used to have a show out here called Hey Dad, and I can't remember the actors' names, but fucking the youngest daughter, my cousin used to actually go to school with her, and apparently she was like a really fucking stuck up bitch, and this caused them to fucking actually change her out. Like they actually swapped her over, and basically another girl was playing the same character, and they never referenced it. They got rid of her because she was being a fucking cunt on during the production and all this kind of stuff. So of course her career never got anywhere, and then she went to try and sue the bloke who played the dad on the TV show because apparently he fiddled with her over 25 years ago, but she never said anything about it until now because I don't know, she needs money.
What? Apparently, they are literally doing articles on bathrooms.
Well, you need a place to shit.
World's best restaurants where the washrooms are as amazing as the food.
Okay, so they licking toilet seats or something.
How did I forget about this show? Okay, so I looked up top 10 shows in the 80s. The Wonder Years, guys. What the fuck? What are we thinking? The Wonder Years. That show was awesome.
Mini Cooper wasn't that hot.
I'm sorry. After I saw that fucking Nintendo movie with Fred Savage, I have blocked anything Fred Savage out of my mind.
Mole.
Money.
Money.
Was awesome. Not as good as Boy Meets World, but that's because I grew up watching Boy Meets World.
Oh no,
I watched the Wonder Years on reruns.
Fred Savage is in the new Super Troopers movie. They keep referencing it. There's an incident happened whilst Fred Savage was doing a ride along, and that's how they got sacked from being the local cops. And then they show it at the end. And it's like he climbs a tree to grab a cat, and they falls out of it, and fucking yeah. So I don't think Voice is going to be watching Super Troopers 2 now.
I honestly didn't think that much of Super Troopers 1.
Oh, this next one's really good. They take the piss out of French Canadians.
No, my mom liked this show. I don't like it, but the Golden Girls that started in
that was
85.
brilliant.
Oh yeah. The youngest bird, the Sheila who played the youngest Sheila was actually the oldest one, and the one that played the oldest one was actually the youngest one.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I haven't heard of Moonlighting. I don't know.
Bruce Willis and
Sybil Shepherd.
It unfortunately, that show it had good moments, but it didn't know what it wanted to be. It wanted to be a comedy. It wanted to be a drama. It wanted to be romantic. Unfortunately, the writers didn't know how to bring it all together. You have a couple of good episodes, but it's very up and down.
Murphy
Yeah,
Brown.
Saint Jack. Howard the Duck is on there.
Murphy Brown. That was a good show.
Ah,
Yeah, no, and Cagney and Lacey. I never heard of that.
Brilliant show. Brilliant.
Mm. Yeah, the two Sheilas who did Cagney and
Oh.
Lacey fucking hated
Wait a
each other
minute,
in real life.
Yeah, real quick. Speaking of leading edge shows with female protagonists, don't sleep on this buddy cop procedural about married mom Mary Beth Lacey and single gal Christine Cagney. Cagney and Lacey was Charlie's Angels without the cheesecake. Interesting.
It was actually one of the first, really good female-led cop shows, and that was back in like '79 or 1980, I think. Right?
Yeah, 1980.
82 to 88.
Well, 82 to 88 then, but think about it, like you hear all these people, oh look, we have, Supergirl and stuff, look, a strong feet. Yeah, we had them when I was growing up 4 fucking decades ago, you cunts.
Oh, they even did it in one of the Dirty Harry movies where one of the Sheilas from Cagney and Lacey was supposed to be his partner, and fucking like they're doing an interview and shit, and then fucking Dirty Harry gets up, like fucking Harry Callahan gets up and just starts saying all this real fucked up shit to her and freaking her out and stuff. And they're like, "What's this got to do?" It's like, "Because this is what happens out in the streets, you bitch."
Well, next one, number 5 on this little list, and this is only 10, so it's not going to take that long. Family Ties, 82 to 89.
That's the one with the guy who shakes a lot, isn't it?
Gary David Goldberg.
No, Family Ties was Michael J. Fox.
And Michael J. Fox was in it as well. Yeah,
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, that's really 80s.
how about Hobgoblins?
My voice started shaking like his fucking hands do. I mean,
The poor child has a disease.
oh, he can take a joke.
He's a big boy. He can handle himself. Oh, wait.
And let's be honest,
The
it's not as if
child is probably shorter than I am.
let's be honest, it's not as if his hands will stay still enough for him to type anything back. So
There's Parkinson's joke for you. Fucking, there's 2 old farts. There's George and Maud, and they're fucking in this old folks' home, and they're sitting out the back in the garden one night looking at the stars. And Maud says to George, fucking, well, what's the one thing you miss about getting old, And he says, hand jobs. And she goes, oh, well, then they had an agreement that once a week they'd go out and she'd give him a hand job. Anyway, this happened for months and months and months, and one day George didn't fucking show up, and Maud was really worried, thinking, oh, fuck, he's carked it. She's running around the bloody old folks' home trying to find him, and here he is with Mabel out the back, and she's fucking jerking him off, and, Maud comes up and says, well, what's she got that I don't have? And he simply replies, Parkinson's.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
the views expressed in this stream.
Yeah. Number 6, it's Gary Shandling's show. Sitcoms.
It is? I thought it was yours.
Yeah. Star on them became the regular. They had to say regular, like all fancy fucking cunts. After the smash success of Seinfeld.
No, the Gary Shandling show was basically the program that 30 Rock ripped off.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I thought that was 90s too.
All right. So Saint Elsewhere. I've heard of it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's a comedy sort of drama that was set in a hospital, right? And this is where I made the reference before of all the TV shows are in this one autistic kid's head, because at the end of the show, like the last episode, it turns out that the entire series was all in this kid's head. Now, there's been a fuck ton of actors that went that was main cast and cameoed in St. Elsewhere, and they've gone on to do other things, like even Munch from fucking NYPD Blue, fucking, and they play similar characters and all this kind of stuff. There was a nurse that played a nurse in some other fucking
but-
cop procedural, and they're saying that because all of these characters are all in other TV shows, all these other TV shows are also in Tommy Westphall's mind.
Well, that was also the show that Denzel Washington was first started in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, and Dallas is the next one on the list. I don't know. I didn't really like Dallas. I have seen it once or twice, but
Who shot JR? It was just a dream.
it's a soap opera. My mom
Who
watched
shot
it.
JR? Every fucking one.
It was just a dream.
Mom watched it really shortly, and then she switched to General Hospital, and that's what I was forced to freaking watch during the day when I was home.
I have
But-
to say, talking about Dallas, I will say this: when I was watching Dallas and Falcon Crest and those sort of things, it made me really want to live in America. I mean, I grew up in Northern Ireland, which is basically a fucking bog, and when you see all these stunning places, you know, you really want to be there. So that probably helped my love affair with fucking America. I don't know what's so funny about that.
Because they're not so stunning anymore.
Well, no, and the next one is Cheers. We touched upon it, but you guys want to say anything else about Cheers?
Cheers.
Yeah, but, the first couple of seasons are actually kind of slow. It doesn't pick up until Woody and Fraser actually show up, you know.
That is literally all I had to say. Cheers.
Did anybody see a 90s TV show? I think it was the 90s. It might have been the early 2000s, called Renegade.
Yes. Yes.
Renegade?
Fucking James. No, fucking. Yeah, I know the one you're thinking of. Yeah.
The guy on the bike and an Indian guy who went around a camper van with his sexy daughter or sister or something.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah, no, and the last one
Hey,
is Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
Dodge, do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I do. We use
Okay.
it for now. They have 1-day shipping, and then also what
I
is
was
that
just-
show I watch?
I don't know.
In the
But
High yeah.
okay, whatever you just said, I wasn't listening. That the Burbs show where the guy drinks beer we were telling you about earlier today, it is on there because I was looking for something to watch.
But yeah, Man in the High Castle is a good show. They're ending it way too soon.
And Hill Street Blues was a mad fucking show. If you can get into that, do it. It was a hell of a lot more grittier version. It pretty much.
Well, no, and I'm surprised that 21 Jump Street isn't on there. Wasn't that 80s?
Yep.
That was Johnny Depp's early career, right?
I think it was his first one. Like, I remember hearing somewhere that like he only went because a friend of his went to the audition and they didn't take his friend. They just went, "Hey, that dude who didn't even come here for the audition, you should audition. Well, we'll take you instead."
Oh, I'm sure he's not friends with that guy anymore. But we are hitting the 2-hour mark, and my kids are in full meltdown mode over mom making them clean. So might want to wrap this up. If anybody in the chat is on my Discord, you are welcome to join me in voice chat. I'll probably jump over there. Good night. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff every YouTuber on the freaking platform tells you. And go check out Voice of One. And Farty, are you going to do any more conspiracy stuff on your channel, or are you just going to do that over on mine when Jensen gets better?
Well, yeah, I've been meaning to ask Jensen that.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out. But Farty has a channel as well. What's it called again?
Oh, I'm Better Than You is on YouTube.
All right. There we go. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Good night. Good luck. Don't go to France. We're out. I will be doing a Game of Thrones video tomorrow. but I'm not sure about the World War One. I think I might get in trouble unless these kids get grounded, and then I'm stuck at home with the kids while my wife has a nice Mother's Day at a barbecue. So later.